What's up, team? This is Frank playing the game that tries to marry two confused adjectives together. This isn't a review, but a quick and dirty. It's Elite Dangerous. You'll start your adventure here, in this Sidewinder, with little clue or direction. Sure, you tried to do some tutorials, but each new thing you tried required you to spend hours customizing keybinds from a menu that began to feel like a monster from Shadow of the Colossus. NANI? So you start here, in this ship that's put together with tape and your hopes and dreams. But you'll quickly realize that the learning curve in this game is less forgiving than the docking admin who gave you a 150 credit fine and is now refusing to let you pick up passengers from the damaged station. But you stick it out, and you learn from some nice players in game that mining's a great way to generate cash. You need so much cash because you want to buy the sickest ships. So you get a mining ship and trick it out with the best mining gear. You learn how to identify asteroids with the mining mother lode, and then you blow it up and collect the materials. When you get so good at this, you'll take a screenshot and begin to like the game a little. With your newfound income, you buy some better ships. You'll trick out a combat ship and go fight some scrub NPCs because you're too afraid to play in open. Sure, you forgot to buy ammo for your missile launcher before you left the station because who doesn't buy missile launchers sans ammo nowadays, right? But no big deal. You actually feel yourself improving, and when you get so good at this, you'll start taking screenshots and begin to like the game a little more. Except when you accidentally fire on an ally who flew too close to a target, so then you become hostile to everyone in the area. So now you're flying for your life and you escape by the skin of your teeth, but you're a wanted criminal and you have this damn fine to deal with. So you make sure your notoriety is at 0 and you find the closest interstellar factor. But you're having trouble with the in-game search and menus, and you can't go back to the ring planet you were just at since you're a wanted criminal, and you realize you can't reach the interstellar factor because you forgot to pack a fuel scoop on this ship and the station is too far away and stop, Elite, I don't know what you want from me. So you start asking questions like, what am I doing with my precious and limited gaming time? I thought this game was supposed to be fun. And you almost give up on Elite Dangerous. But time passes and you decide to try something different. No more high-stress dogfighting like dogs fighting. So you'll try flying between asteroids just to feel like Han Solo. And after enough of that, you'll land your ship on a planet's surface and take your SRV out for a spin. When you get so good at this, you start taking screenshots and begin to like the game again. But as with most things in the game, this gets repetitive, so you take on some missions, which you quickly realize range from being cool to a total grind. And sure, you forgot to check the distance to your mission target, and now you have to spend either an hour flying through the void of space, or you quit the mission and upset some folks, but whatever, you roll with it, and get better at picking future missions. When you get so good at these, you start taking screenshots and realize you really do like the game, except when you forget to request docking and you're coming in so hot you violate the trespassing law and the station is threatening to shoot you down and you can't reverse fast enough to stop the alarms from blaring and you wonder if you need to find an interstellar factor to pay off your fine, but you're having trouble using the in-game searches and menus again and why is this game more difficult than my job in real life? So you begin to ask yourself questions again, like, is this game really worth my precious gaming time? When did this game stop being fun? And you almost give up on Elite Dangerous. But then you learn how to use third-party stuff like voice attack, voice packs, HOTAS, ED engineer, and you end up spending roughly 15 void opals on all the bells and whistles until your game is barely recognizable anymore. You also learn about all the support websites and YouTube channels which are secretly keeping the game on life support, like a sickly old man telling you all the things he can do with the life monitor clearly keeping him alive. So you stick with it. You survived the Elite Dangerous quitting statistic and now you have a fleet of ships. You feel like you can do anything, take on anyone. You really want to fight the alien menace, but you still have to learn about all this engineering stuff. And now you really start kicking yourself because all that time you spent mining and fighting and exploring. You ignored collecting materials and waste scans and checking out encoded emissions. And only now you realize that you need roughly 1 billion low rank things to get one thing you need, and the engineers are crazy distances away and you need to unlock them via the most obtuse means possible, and you and your friend are having constant DC errors as you try to desperately find a server configuration that allows you to play together, and now you have to add key bindings to multi-crew before you can even do anything with your friend, and your friend accidentally fires on an allied ship, so now you need to find an interstellar factor. No, Elite, no! What is an interstellar factor anyways? So you start asking yourself, is this all worth it? What is fun? And you really do give up on Elite Dangerous. But then one day you're cleaning out your hard drives and you come across your old Elite Dangerous screenshots. You remember the fond memories you had. You collected these screenshots in such numbers that all you can do now is arrange them into a message stating you wasted your time. And you'll contemplate all this while listening to your ship tell you the current events in the game's magnum opus.
We can review. Here are this week's main stories.
Astera, please plot a route for Felicity Farseer.
Plotting course. Felicity Farseer is currently located in the Desiat system.
Thanks, Astera, and can you make me a coffee?
Acknowledged.